Welcome back to the GC and HM podcast. We're here today with a very special guest, Mr. Indiana Jeffries. How you doing?
Good.
We've been trying to line this up for a while now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
glad you. I hate that you had to come all this way, but glad we could get you out here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I probably start out with a Keith Whitley cover. It's called "Don't Close Your Eyes," or "When You Say Nothing at All." Sorry. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart without saying a word. You light up the dark. I try as I may, I can never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. A smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. Yeah, you say it best when you say nothing at all. All around I can hear people talking out loud, but when you hold me near, you can drown out the crowd. Oh, Mr. Webster could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. A smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. A smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. Yeah, you say it best when you say nothing at all.
Awesome.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was great.
So I hear you doing a lot of Keith Whitley covers. Is there a specific reason for that, or?
I just really like Keith Whitley.
Uh-huh.
That's all there is to it. He's one of my favorites to ever do it, and I think he's one of the best, country vocalists
Uh-huh.
to ever live.
You definitely have a similar sound, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Do you hear that noise?
Yeah, I do.
What is that?
I have no clue.
Is it that ice machine? Perfect. Oh, was Keith Whitley on that list? That list that I had of people who have played here?
Oh, yeah.
Was he on that list?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I
by
bet he
phone.
was, though.
I was telling him a little bit about kind of some of the people who have played here and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are, like, really unexpected.
Johnny's out there
Yeah.
slapping the ice machine.
Surprisingly, it worked. There it is, back again. But yeah, there's been a lot of, like, really iconic acts that you wouldn't, like, think that have played a venue like this.
Yeah, I know he's telling me about some of them
Yeah,
earlier.
like George Strait. I mean, obviously Garth Brooks too, because he worked here. But then, like, I don't know if he mentioned like Vanilla Ice, right?
No kidding.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of
Really?
crazy. Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought.
yeah.
Back here in the boonies,
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get him introduced to Brian tonight.
Yeah.
That'll be a
that'd
great
fun.
experience.
So, you're still in high school, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Senior year.
Where do you go to high school at?
J High School.
Jay?
Yeah, yep.
Back in.
You're outnumbered today, dude.
I know.
3 of us today.
Three on one. I'm from
Yeah.
Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I go down to Votech.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Kansas. Yep.
Yeah. Doing welding.
No, cosmetology.
You're kidding me, right?
I can't make
Oh
this
my God,
up.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I say that to like everybody. They're like, "What do? You electrical welder?" No, I cut hair. They're like, "Oh,
Well, when
right."
I somehow I knew that you were doing that, and it made sense when you had the hair at one point, but here recently he cut the hair off. So
I chopped
Oh,
it all
really?
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to have
Yeah.
a real long mullet and
Yeah.
got too hard to handle.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
So why? I'm just curious. What made you like go into like the cosmetology side of things?
My dad used to cut hair.
Oh,
a lot-
really?
Yeah, a long
Yeah.
time ago. He did all different types of hair, and that's pretty much it. I just want to follow his footsteps, you know.
Do you cut your own hair?
No. I'm not that good yet.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of scary cutting other people's hair.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine doing my own, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm looking for that list here.
I'll say you definitely have like because I assume that you want to go into like red dirt, like country music, maybe
Yeah.
like some like Texas style country music. You definitely have the fit today to kind of go along with all of them. Like you got the gold chain, you got the white hat and white
Yeah.
T-shirt and the jeans. He's looking the part for sure. I don't know if you agree, Rhett.
I agree. I'm looking for
He's
Yes.
concentrated.
I could have swore that Keith Whitley. There you go. Hank Williams Jr., Merle Haggard, Third Eye Blind, Lori Morgan, Joe Diffie, Tracy Lawrence, Tracy Bird, Bellamy Brothers, Chris Ledoux, George Jones, David Ball, Red Dirt Rangers, coming out next Monday.
Nice.
Rodney Carrington, Eli Youngman, The Great Divide, Pat Green, Dirk Bentley, Casey Donahue, Whiskey Myers, Cross Canadian Ragweed, Randy Rogers Band, Turnpike Troubadours, William Clark Green, Park McCollum, Co Wetzel, Luke Combs, Cody Johnson.
We're slowly eating at that list right now.
We're working on it. Yeah, we'll have to take you in there and show you the main. This is like the side club. There's like a whole nother area in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I never been in here before. It's the first time. First time in Stillwater.
Really?
Matter of
Oh,
fact,
really?
yeah.
Well,
So now-
congratulations, you made it.
Yeah, made it here.
so do you
One
know
piece.
do you know anything about the homecoming thing then?
I
Okay.
haven't a clue.
Okay, so you're gonna be. I was the same way.
Yeah.
Are you an Oklahoma State fan?
I mean, I like OU, but
Okay, we're
So,
done.
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and head out now.
So they do. What now? What's the term again that they pumping?
Yeah, pumping.
So they make these. I'll let you explain it. You know better what it is.
So you'll see when they're there, but they have everybody has a homecoming deck, or all the fraternities have a homecoming deck.
Oh, yeah.
So they partner up with a sorority, and they just choose which house has like the best like street view, and which is where you're gonna be playing at night. It'll be out in front of one of the fraternities. But so they make these ginormous homecoming decks, and what it is they build the structure, and they'll have some kind of theme. And they basically get chicken wire is what it originally was. I think now they have like some like special wire that they have for it. But they do like basically paint by number. That they make the design, but it's all colored tissue paper into this wire. So they're massive. I mean, they're huge. And then they all like they have like call it all night pump, but they also do like pumping all weeks leading up to it. But they all do it by hand, and it's just thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of these little colored tissue papers to make this whole design. And a lot of them have movement and stuff like that. A lot of them have like they're all really, really cool. So
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
yeah, it's really neat.
I kind of know a little bit about that. We did a homecoming float
Mhm.
back, and that's what they did. They got this big old like chicken wire, and
Yeah.
they like cut it, and then like they had like napkins or something. that they
Yeah,
put in
that's pretty close to what it is, but
Yeah.
imagine that times like 10.
there. Yeah,
And,
probably. So.
yeah, like there was one last year out in front of AGR where it was like, I don't know why they had it, but it was like a ski resort was like their theme, so they
Yeah.
had actually like the ski lift, and it like moved all around, and they had like Pistol Pete like on skis moving up and down.
So there's a lot to this.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Golly.
moving parts, which
Dang.
it helps that like a lot of like these fraternity houses like they'll have like a couple engineers that like will like design and then they like weld everything and stuff like that. So it's like actually engineered stuff.
Yeah,
So it's
ours
pretty
was a
neat.
bunch of down-home boys out there. You know, put
Yeah.
some napkins on a gooseneck. Ain't nothing like that. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome, though.
Yeah.
It was really kind of a shock to me to see it because it's like, it's so crazy. I mean, it's so crazy from what we're used to, you know, like,
Yeah, for
like you
sure.
see the floats and everything, but, yeah, it's shocking to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And the amount of people that come out to see that, like, there'll be like 80,000 people out there.
yeah,
Dang.
because I mean they've been doing it for so long. So then you have like the alumni of the fraternities or just alumni of Oklahoma State will come in for homecoming anyway, so they want to go see everything. So they go walk around, and that's why they call it walk around. It's tonight is a homecoming walk around. So everybody walks around the little block of the fraternity and sorority houses, and they'll have like different stuff out there. They'll like have like vendors and stuff like that. Concerts, come out and see us.
Yeah.
So
Sure enough.
yeah.
You could almost quantify this as a stadium show. If you just take into account the amount of people, you know?
Yeah.
First ever stadium show.
So
Yeah.
how many shows have you played so far?
For like my cover band, probably over 100. We played quite a few,
Yeah.
just different parties and stuff. But just like my kind of like my solo career, I guess what you call it.
Yeah.
But
So do you
it's gonna
wanna-
be my first step? Well, first or second? Probably my first. I can't remember. Did we play one? That's my mom. We haven't. This is gonna be my first one, just as Indiana Jeffries.
Wow, we're honored.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And I want to say you either hopefully you get a chance to play in front of a really good crowd. You'll be playing our early set, so hopefully we get a good crowd out there for you. Get a little bit of experience playing in a college town, you know,
Yeah.
which hopefully you'll be doing that a lot coming up. I'm sure.
Hopefully, yeah.
So
You want to talk about the band, and then you want to like explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so pretty much just like it was about 5 years ago I started this band, and it's called Backwood County, and we just play shows pretty much just around our little town in Jay and Miami, and just private parties and stuff. But I originally got it started just because I watched this movie, Bohemian Rhapsody. It's about
Yeah.
about Queen. I was like, I can't remember how old I was. Yeah, I would have had to been like 13. And I was like watching that. I was like, man, that's freaking cool. Because it was like the Live Aid that they did.
Yeah.
It was that scene. I was like, man, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So it was me and then my cousin, which is still my drummer. He still plays drums for me. And then my other cousin, she moved away, but we got another bass player in. But it was just us three, and we're all related. It was my stepbrother for a while that played bass for us,
Mhm.
so we're all family. And now, since then, he's moved a lot, and we got another bass player.
Yeah.
But we're all still family. He's my cousin too. So
Oh yeah. There you
but
go.
we're keeping it in the family.
And now I am curious about the naming of what went into the naming of the band, because it was something different originally.
Yeah, it was Little Sister when we first started,
Mhm.
and we won like a Battle of the Bands contest that they had in Miami, and when we won that, we got like $1,000 and like an artist development lady, and she was like, this name Little Sister, she said, that ain't it. I was like, oh, okay. so we went into this room, and we got like this little notepad and stuff. We just started jotting down just different ideas, and I was like, Backwood would kind of be cool, something Backwood. And we were going to do Backwood Country, which is a lot of people, they like
I was
mix
gonna
it
get
up
there. Yeah.
and like they call it Backwood Country, but we're like, well, that's kind of taken. So I was like, well, why don't we just do Backwood County? There wasn't a whole lot to it. That was
Yeah.
pretty much all.
I will say I did like the Little Sister band, because I feel
Yeah.
like I got the reference, or maybe I could see where she'd be like,
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it was referencing the Elvis or.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Really?
Look at Little Sister by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay.
That was like my favorite song ever back when we first started the band.
Really?
So I was just,
But yeah, I get everyone's like, when anytime you get brought up, it's like Backwood Country, and I'm like, no, it's actually Backwood County.
yeah.
But either way, I like that name too. But
Yeah.
so what made you kind of decide to want to go into your own thing?
Well, I wanted to do like my original stuff because I like writing songs, and the band, I'm the only one that sings in the whole band, and pretty much we just do cover stuff. We've always just done cover stuff, and I kind of want to keep that, until the originals take off, so I
Yeah.
can stay busy, keep paying the bills, playing cover stuff.
Yeah.
But I figured it'd be easier just to do this under my own name
Yeah.
because it's pretty much just me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, being in high school, playing just like your local shows, do you have any like plans coming up for after you graduate? Are you planning on like moving somewhere that you might be able to get like some more like bar gigs, stuff like that?
I haven't really thought about it that much yet, but I definitely want to try to figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. We've been staying pretty busy, and we get a pretty good amount of gigs every summer. So I'm hoping maybe we can just start
Hallelujah.
going more towards
It shut off.
going more towards like the bar scene and stuff. Because we played a couple bars.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know like places like Stillwater, especially like it's really good like bar scene, like because you got the Tumbleweed obviously, then like Bad Brad's they've got open mics every week, and then like a songwriter circle, stuff like that. So there's a lot of really good opportunities and
Insert
college.
Bad Brad's ad here.
Yeah, right here.
Well, howdy, folks. Welcome down to Bad Brad's Barbecue. Hey, stop looking at Gus. Stop it. Stop it. All right, folks, you see here, Jagger's trying to throw some cornhole, and he just can't get her done.
I just cannot hit anything today.
I see that, Jagger.
Man, you gotta have some Bad Brads. Play that crap when you're hungry.
Vernon always coming in clutch with the barbecue. Oh, yeah, look at that bite, folks. All right, Jagger, let's see it. Look at that, right nose.
Bad Brad's, where you can't help but be good.
Like Jagger said, folks, Bad Brad's Barbecue, where it's good to be
Right
bad.
here. And there's a lot of really good opportunities for like up and coming artists, especially to like get a lot of stage experience. And I think that
You guys have done some pretty cool stuff, though.
yeah.
For what you guys are, you've really done some cool stuff. You opened for Ricochet a couple times, right?
Yeah, 2 times.
That's
You
awesome.
want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the first time we opened for them, it was in January at the Grove PAC. It was like a winter concert series that they did, and I don't even know how we got that gig. I think it was. Oh, I remember. Brent Malone is he's kind of the head of the tourism stuff over there in Grove, and the week before Confederate Railroad was there, and we helped unload their tour bus and just pretty much were just stagehands for like that day, and then. He was just talking to us after the show was over, and it's like, man, it'd be cool if we could get you opening for Ricochet next week, because it's a week after that Ricochet was playing. And I was like, yeah. He said, you know what, let me make some phone calls, see what I can do. So we got a little 30-minute slot before them. So I was pretty excited to do that. I was like, yeah, for sure, sign me up.
that's
But-
cool.
And
That's
then
real cool.
after that, and we were already playing that summer. We already had that planned out to open for them again, so we get to open for them twice. But
That's awesome. Sorry,
I gotta text Dare real quick. We're trying to line out stuff
Yeah.
for tonight still,
Oh,
so it's kind of like last minute.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about.
I was gonna say now you can say you've opened for Ricochet and Brian White of the Damn Quails. You might as well just say you've opened for the Damn Quails now. Might as well, right?
might as well. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I guess I can believe you don't know who the Damn Quails are, but I think you'll like a couple songs. You may not be like an extreme fan like we are, but
Are you more of like a traditional country or more of like a red dirt Texas country kind of guy?
Probably right in the middle. I really like Texas country, but I don't know. I really like Tyler Childers too.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite red dirt on the red dirt scene. But probably, honestly,
don't say it, Jagger.
I'm probably more
What,
say
towards.
what was I gonna say?
I know what you're thinking.
What?
We'll get into it in a minute. I know what
Okay.
you're thinking.
I'm probably more towards Texas country though. I really like Parker McCollum.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to talk about briefly how we met too, because I think that story is kind of fascinating. Like the way it all happened, very last minute. I don't even remember what year it would have been.
Oh man, I was looking back. I got a little highlight on my camera, and the pictures. I think it was I want to say 2021. Would that have been too long ago?
No, I don't think so.
I think that was about right.
I'm trying to remember if that was.
No, maybe it was 2022. Wait, what year did
No,
you
it was
graduate?
20. It was 21. I graduated in 21.
Yeah, so it would have had to been that.
So we did this talent show. We had this talent show. Did Kansas have a talent show? Of course not, because they're Kansas. Or did
Watch
they?
it.
Well, we had a talent show, and it was
We don't have a big enough pool of people to have a talent show.
That's true. That's true. But they would have like obviously people singing, and what were some of the other things they did? Like little skit type things.
Yeah, they had like a skit and they had like people like playing saxophone, stuff like that.
Just there was like a wide variety of stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So we at this point I had no idea who he was. This was probably it was in May of 21, I guess.
Yeah, it would be.
You were just a nobody to Red.
I mean, I was a nobody back in the day.
Don't worry, I'm still a nobody. So we did the talent show, and they played, and I was trying to get something figured out for our FFA banquet.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me to play at the banquet, but I didn't obviously I don't sing. I can barely play well enough to.
I've heard you do Fool's Gold. Give yourself some credit now.
I was like, I can't just stand up there and play by myself. Like, obviously, I can barely play. I can't sing. Like, I can't just stand up there and do this. So I was like scrambling, trying to find somebody. And I asked all these people. They're like, no, I can't do it. Can't do it. So then I got my grandpa roped into it somehow. And so then I was like, man, I just need someone to sing. We do the talent show. And I did it with this girl named Michaela. And I was going to have her sing. But she, for whatever reason, couldn't be there, didn't want to do it, whatever the case was. So he played sometime during that day at the talent show, and as soon as I heard him, I was like, who is this guy? I was like, I got to figure out who this is, and I don't remember if Dylan or somebody introduced us, but I was like, hey, you want to play another thing tomorrow? I think it was tomorrow. I think it was the next
it
day.
Been the next day.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you want to do this tomorrow? And he's like, I guess. So that's we
just like that. Rhett booked his first gig for somebody.
I guess so. We didn't practice. Did we practice?
I think we ran through it one time the day of.
Yeah,
that was it.
It was very last minute.
We never played together or anything. I didn't even know who he was. Oh, I mean, I did. I've heard of him because I knew you made guitars, and I was like, and before that, it's kind of funny. I was like, man, I want to go up and talk to him. That day, I was like, man, I kind of want a guitar, man. I was like, man, I wonder if he'd build one. I just didn't know how to go about it. I was shy way back when, you know.
It was all just me trying to make a sale. That's all that was. But
you do a lot for just the sale, right? You give Toby Keith guitars. You give Dwight Yoakam's guitar player guitars.
You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. But now we did it, and I think everyone loved it. I think it was great.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And what'd you sing? What would you play? What'd you sing?
We did Folsom.
He did Folsom Prison Blues. He did the Stevie Ray Vaughan
Pride and Joy,
and there was one more.
I did Fast as You.
Fast as You. Yeah,
Oh,
I talked him into. Yeah, I was like, I think you brought it up, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was like, no way. No way he wants to play Dwight Yoakam. I'm down.
Now I want to hear him sing Fast as You.
If we have time today, we need to have him do it. I got some electric guitars at the house.
I would say you need to get up there and play with him on the stage.
No, I don't think so. I'll leave it to the professionals.
Times, you know.
But no, it was cool. I thought it was good because it's hard. It was hard to find people that, especially in that area that we were from, that played, and then if they did play, finding someone that played the similar type of music was kind of difficult. Because we did the talent show 2 years, or I don't remember if we did 2 years or just 1 year or what, but they don't. She didn't play country music.
Yeah.
So I'm up there playing. I'm trying to think of what we even did. Do you remember what it was? Oh, House of the Rising Sun.
You want me to go ahead and play my original?
Let's do it.
All right. This one's I think it's November 3rd is when I have it set to come out.
Nice.
So this one's called Just Missing You. Baby, every now and then I catch a glimpse of your memory. like a ghost in my mind. It's always haunting me. And I wish that I could shut it out, but that caused a lot of pain, and without a doubt I'd be right back to where I started, just missing you. I'm just missing you on a Friday night. I'm just missing you and how you used to hold me tight. I'm just missing you and all the things we used to do, and now I'm wishing you were by my side. And I know the odds of hell freezing over are better than the ones of you coming back. So when my buddies ask me why I'm feeling so blue, I tell them that I'm just missing you. And I guess we have all got different ways to grieve. Some people like to drink, and there's some like me who just listen to Jones. But every time that one song comes on, I'm right back to where I started, just missing you. I'm just missing you on a Friday night. I'm just missing you and how you used to hold me tight. I'm just missing you and all the things we used to do, and now I'm wishing you were by my side. And I know the odds of hell freezing over are better than the ones of you coming back. So when my buddies ask me why I'm feeling so blue, I tell them that I'm just missing you. And Jack didn't have my back when you broke my heart in two. And Keith Whitley don't sound the same, and I'm not over you. Just missing you on a Friday night. I'm just missing you and how you used to hold me tight. I'm just missing you and all the things we used to do, and now I'm wishing you were by my side. And I know the odds of hell freezing over are better than the ones of you coming back. So when my buddies ask me why I'm feeling so blue, I tell them that I'm just missing you.
That was great.
I was gonna mention earlier, this guy can pick too, but
Yeah,
you
you
just found
think?
that out. So
You think?
that's why when I heard him play, I was like, yep, I gotta get him to fill in all the
yeah.
spots I can't hit there.
How long have you been playing?
10 years now,
So since you were 7.
since I was 7. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a guitar for my 7th birthday.
Really?
Never looked back.
That's what I like to hear. Obviously, you got some experience.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
that was, I don't know, yesterday. So I did another podcast yesterday for Brandon Edge. He does a little podcast down there in Jay. He cuts my hair. He's a barber. And
That's ironic.
yeah, I know it. But I played that song too, and I never do like acoustic. because I always play it live and I always have my electric, and like I can't really do the solo that I do on an acoustic because it's got quite a bit of bends in it. And I was like, man, what am I gonna do? So I just played it, and that was the first time I've ever played it. Was yesterday on like acoustic all the way from start to finish.
Yeah.
So I played 2 different things yesterday and today. So I hope that sounded all right.
Yeah, it was great.
It sounded good to me.
That's something that sets a lot of people apart. Like, we have a lot of people like that come in and they're wanting to do their own thing, and they can write songs, they can do whatever, but they can't. Like, being able to like actually pick a guitar is like a gift, you know.
Yeah.
It's like not you just can't. Like, some people just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you want to, you just can't do it. And so I think that's an extreme head start that you've got, you know. Hey guys, we want to tell you a little bit about Deadwake Archery Innovations. They got all kinds of awesome stuff. They create their very own custom designed CNC milled bows, and they do all kinds of crazy colors with the anodization. And you want to tell them a little bit more?
Yeah, so it is a Oklahoma State graduate. They're in Kansas, Oklahoma is where they're established. They do some great stuff, great killing machines for the water, honestly. And just go check them out. Thank you so much for Deadwake Archery Innovation for sponsoring this
Start
podcast.
that you've got, you know,
Yeah,
being able to do both of those things.
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you like playing acoustic better or electric better?
You know-
I'm gonna assume electric, but
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. I like doing both.
Yeah.
Like, there's some things, you know, that you can't really do on electric. Like Lady
Yeah.
May, for example. There's songs like
Yeah.
that are more finger picking that just don't sound right. And I like doing just everything. But I can get down on some electric, you know. Get down on some Freebird.
Now I want to hear that too. I want to hear you do all these songs.
Man.
That's
now what's going on with the sound?
I don't know.
This doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah.
Man. Got too many J kids in here, I guess.
Yeah.
the steeling's gonna start caving in.
Yeah.
Here.
That's exactly what it is. Speaking of electric guitars, you want to talk about your Rex tie for a little bit?
Rex Dye, yeah. So I hit him up, you know, a little bit after the old FFA banquet because I was not as nervous to talk to him anymore. But I was like, yeah. I was looking at getting a new guitar because I don't think I had a nice electric at that time. I think I was using my stepdad's when we played at the. That wasn't even my guitar. I was just borrowing that. But I was like, well, I probably need to get my own. So I was like, well, I'm gonna start with a custom one, you know, just go ahead and get it done. But I just asked him. I'm pretty sure I have Texas Special pickups in it, and then I got the. It was a makeable neck, but it was like vintage or like roasted or.
It's the vintage.
Yeah.
The kind of yellowed looking
Oh really?
neck. Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
You're getting giddy just.
I hated
talking
to let it go because I was like, oh, I want this for myself, man. He did the gold hardware on it too, which it's the only one still that I've done with gold hardware, and it just.
If you were to make a guitar yourself, like for yourself, what would it look like? What would you have on it?
I don't know. I was going to start working on one for myself, and then I started the one for Lance.
Yeah.
So now I haven't been doing that. I set that one aside. You like Treaty Oak Revival at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm building one for them.
Oh no kidding.
And so I had this piece of mahogany is what I had, and I was going to use that for my own. And then when I talked to him, I've set that one aside since. But it would be pretty close to what he's got. Like I love that blue color that we did, and it's not painted; it's dyed.
Oh really?
So we dyed it. We actually went through like probably half this size bottle worth of dye, which is a lot of dye.
Yeah.
Because we would like put it on there, and put the finish on. It wouldn't turn out right, and my great uncle helps me finish them, and he's like super anal about like how it turns out.
Yeah.
And like if it's not perfect, he's not gonna send it out, you know. And so he would sand it all back down. We would re-dye it. It probably has like 4 or 5 coats of dye on it.
Yeah, because I remember there's always something with like you're trying to get it perfect.
I'd be
It
like,
took a
yeah,
while.
two more weeks, it should be done. And then 2 weeks, I'd text and be like, hey, maybe 2 more weeks.
Yeah. 4 months later, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
worth it. It was worth the wait.
I don't know. How long do you think it took in total?
I don't remember.
It was around December or January.
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
Around that.
Yeah.
But it was worth the wait.
I would hate to wait that long for one.
Yeah.
So I can't believe other people are willing to wait. But yeah, that I really do like that one. The when he wanted the gold hardware, I was like, I don't know, like, but it turned out really good.
Yeah,
Like,
it turned out. I like it.
and I love seeing the pictures when he up there playing it. It always looks good.
So, do you have any plans for playing the FFA talent show?
I'm not in FFA this year, but I was in it last year, and I was gonna do it. Something came up, and I couldn't do it. But I was thinking about it this year, but I got out of FFA.
Dadgum.
I know. I'm really thinking about getting back in it after like the semester's over. But
He joins it just to do the talent show.
I mean, yeah, that's
I always wanted to do the talent show,
Yeah.
but I had no one to do it with.
Yeah.
I just
If we had this in high school, we just do a live podcast.
yeah that would really get them going.
Of course, yeah.
really get the crowd going
The
crazy.
crowd-
They'd all take a bathroom break when we get up there to start talking.
We'll just come up with a stand-up comedy set and do it for 5 minutes up there.
Yeah, there you go. So, the other podcast you did, do they do video or just audio?
No, just audio. This is the first one I've been on that has video too. Kind of got me nervous. I've been looking like a fool up here.
Well, you got 2 camera angles to be nervous about. So,
Well, we're always nervous just because Johnny's standing back behind me. He gets me all hot and bothered.
Always lurking.
Yeah, he is.
he's security just in case things get a little too out of hand.
With all these fans we have sitting here watching
Yeah,
us too.
the full crowd we have in here. They get out of hand.
I mean, you saw how packed the parking lot was.
Yeah,
People
oh,
trying
man, I
to get
couldn't
in
even find a spot.
So who are some of your like inspirations, artist wise? Like,
I couldn't tell you. I really just like the people that I listen to is more like Parker McCollum, and I really like Cody Johnson. I've kind of gotten to honestly like I'm in this little like I go in like waves of my favorite artists, and right now it's honestly Braxton Keith. Like I'm kind of like
you're a
I've been
week short, man.
I know.
You are a week short.
No kidding.
The thing
You
is,
just have 'em on.
I offer when we were trying to figure this out. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm putting this song out November instead of December, and I was like trying to scramble around to find a day, and I offered him
Last week.
when Braxton was
Oh,
here.
God.
We did Braxton Keith last week.
He played Cold Hard Steel and Sand sitting there right where you are too.
No kidding. Feel special now. Never gonna get up.
Then we then we went bowling with him.
Really.
It was.
It was,
I didn't know you could be that good at bowling, or you could take bowling that seriously, but they did.
So he could
they're
get down
good,
on some
too.
bowling?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're all good.
No kidding. That's probably what they do on the road.
Yeah.
Bowl.
He said he's gonna start doing reviews on his TikTok.
Oh,
He's
like
gonna
bowling balls or
yeah.
what?
Oh well, of the
The alley,
alley.
Oh, the alley.
like
Yeah.
the lanes. and all
Since
that
they
stuff.
travel all over, they always go bowling.
Yeah.
They literally. He told us, he's like, we actually have bowling highlights on backstage. He's like, so whenever you go see it backstage, you'll see it on there.
Well, and I was like,
And
no
they
way.
did. They did.
No
I was
kidding.
like, you don't have a TV back there for bowling highlights. I mean, we walked backstage, and I'm like, you're kidding, right? There's a TV
On a
back
loop.
there
Really?
with the bowling highlights,
Dadgum.
and he will like while they're doing the band introduction, like while he's like, this is the drummer and he's doing a solo or whatever, he will hop off the stage and like watch the highlights for a minute on the
Really?
TV.
The show's going, crowd's going
Yeah.
crazy. He's like, man,
Yeah,
how's that bowling coming?
Exactly.
How's that bowling
Have you
going?
ever? And Rhett's addicted to bowling now too. Since we went bowling with him, he's determined next time we play with him, he's gonna be at the.
I got to
top
be
of the
better
bowl.
than I
Yeah,
am.
well, back in the day, this is kind of funny you brought that up. I was in a bowling league.
Really?
Yeah, back when I was in like middle school, I have like shoes. Still at the house, I have like
Really?
2 bowling balls, like shoes. I had the whole get up going, but
We need to get a custom GC and HM with our logo, and it needs to be like a black with like kind of like the sparkles in it, and then like a white logo on the front.
oh, that'd be tough.
That'd be sick.
I think
that'd
so.
Be sick.
Bowling. Who would have thought?
I know.
Who would have thought?
But have you ever seen that video? Yeah, it was like
Oh, I
the
didn't-
ESPN of the guy he bowls a strike and he like yells at the cameras that whoever you think you are, I am. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I know exactly what you're talking. Yes,
You got to
yeah.
pull that up.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's probably
He's like
Jason
a- he's like-
Belmonte.
No, it's not. It's not him.
I've been watching now like bowling,
So
At the house.
back in the day, I still remember all these names. I remember like Jason, he bowls like two hands, and then that guy, he's an older guy. I can't think of his name. And there's this EJ Tackett, I think's
Yeah.
his name.
Yeah.
Pete Weber.
Yeah, Pete Weber. Right. My kind of guy.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it! Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
I think there was someone heckling him like over in the crowd.
It's only a 215 though. Like, can you say that if you only bowl a 215?
He won a championship, so yes.
I guess so.
I think he qualifies.
Yeah, I was watching. I watched the Tournament of Champions and the PBA Championship.
You ever
Watched
watch,
both
like,
of those this week.
You ever watch like the celebrity ones where they have like celebrities? Going through
DJ
it?
Khaled, I saw him
Yeah.
bowling on there.
Let's go bowling.
I'm sorry. I just read a quote in the comments on this video. He said, "This man has the best 2 quotes in sports history. He just retired and said, 'Love or hate me, you watched, and that's all you could do.'" That's hard, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I'll make a
hard.
shirt.
That's hard. I have to argue though the second best quote in
Hey
sports
guys,
history.
we want to give a huge shout out to our new sponsor, Red Earth Designs. They made all of these new T-shirts you're seeing. You can find those on social media if you go to our page, Guitars Cowboys Pod. You can click on that, message us, get a shirt, all that good stuff.
They also made these awesome cups for us, guys. They do everything from screen printing, vinyl, laser etching. They will probably even give you a tattoo if you can give them enough time. But go check out Phil there in Perry. Great shop. We'll be looking to go there in the future. Give you guys kind of a lowdown on their background.
Thank you so much to Red Earth Designs for sponsoring.
Quote in sports history is, "I'm a man, I'm 40.
Have you seen that clip? No. Please. You know who Mike Gundy is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I watched the celebrity one. It was like DJ Khaled was in it. I think Chris Paul.
There's a baseball player too. It's like
Mookie Betts.
yeah, Mookie Betts. That's who it was. He's
Khaled
freaking.
up
He's
there.
good.
Yeah,
you know?
he is good.
What is going on?
I don't know. Today's been wild.
My fault, guys.
We'll have you play one more song, and then we'll
Okay.
kind of wrap things up. That works
Okay.
for you?
Let's see. What you want to hear? I don't know.
Whatever you want to play, brother.
Let's see. Okay. I'll do "On the Other Hand" by Randy Travis. On one hand, I count the reasons that I could stay with you and hold you close to me all night long. So many lovers' games I'd love to play with you. On that hand, there's no reason why it's wrong. But on the other hand, there's a golden band to remind me of someone who would not understand. On one hand, I can stay and be your loving man, but the reason I must go is on the other hand. In your arms I feel the passion I thought had died. When I look into your eyes, I found myself. And when I first kissed your lips, I felt so alive. I had to hand it to you, girl. You're something else. But on the other hand, there's a golden band to You remind me of someone who would not understand. On one hand, I could stay and be your loving man, but the reason I must go is on the other hand.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It's refreshing. We don't get much of the older
Yeah.
country, and that's my favorite. So
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't play a Dwight Yoakam cover, but it's all right. maybe next time. There you go.
Play us out.
You want to plug anything? Where can people find you? Where can they find you if they want to book you? Social media, all that stuff.
Yeah, Indiana Jeffries Music on Instagram. Just Indiana Jeffries on TikTok. And Facebook's the same as my Instagram. And then pretty much that's it. Just honestly, for right now, just send me a DM on something, and I'll probably be the one answering it. Just me.
You'll find his manager
Yeah.
on the Instagram. So just
Yeah,
get a hold of him.
definitely
and
go on there.
His manager's name is also Indiana, crazy
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
So who
Crazy
knows?
No, I'll probably hand it over to my mom. She does most of my stuff, but
Yeah.
you can just hit me up and we give it to her, and she does all my planning and booking. So, manager mom.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Yeah.
good to have somebody like that to help you out, take care of some things.
Yeah, it helps quite a bit.
Well, we appreciate you coming all this way, and we're excited tonight. We're excited for some people to hear you, and,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
and it's
I'm
gonna be
excited.
fun. So,
Yeah.
give us that Dwight lick and send us
Yeah.
out
All
here.
right.